Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Great War mod. Today we're on the Eastern Front, and we're having a German invasion of Russia. Now, we're outnumbered 2-1 in this battle, and I've just got to thank you guys once again for the amazing support of this mod. I don't think I could ask for a better bunch of subscribers than yourselves, because you guys smashed the like target without breaking a sweat. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask for the same amount of likes, 200, if you guys want some more Great War. I love making it, seems that you guys love watching it, and yeah, it's just great fun. It just takes a while to record because I get a lot of crashes, but it is a very good mod, and I really love playing it. So this one, I thought it'd be quite interesting to do it on the other side of the war, and the Germans have invaded Russia during the winter, and we're outnumbered 2-1, so there's by no means a guarantee that we're going to win this battle. So my men are kind of rushing to get up in position. I'm kind of trying to cut them off at choke points. So here we can see part of the German force coming in. So it's quite a powerful force. As you can see, they've got some conscripts over here. Well, actually, there's a lot of conscripts, but they've got a lot of rifle infantry. Now, and that was a big bonus very early on to take out one of their generals. In this battle, I didn't control the artillery at all. They basically just took shots wherever they wanted, so I didn't control it at all. So that really is pot luck that we took out one of the generals so early on. But there is two of them, so their forces weren't too kind of hampered by the morale of losing their general. So here we have some rifle infantry. I think there are some stormtroopers around here, some more conscripts. Rifle infantry, conscripts, rifle infantry, I'm surprised how many conscripts there are. I basically just did like an auto army, but we're still at number 2-1, and I've got my fair share of pretty bad troops. I think I've only got about 15 units in my army, but here we have some Jaegers over here. Hey, excuse me, I was trying to look at you. So here we have the Jaegers. The constant bombardment of artillery coming in. They have a huge amount of troops amassing for an assault. So at this point I am kind of bricking it a little bit because my lines are going to be very stretched on all fronts. So we've got some people's militia there. Very kind of, yeah, just a militia. We do have a few units of elite troops though. Elite infantry. There we go. I think these units might be post-revolution. Actually, no, it is just Russia, so it's not Soviet Union yet, but we have the Red Guard. And what's here? Oh, I do have a couple of units of machine guns, which I'm keeping in the rear for now, but they will come into play later. We have some barrier troops as well, which I think are just kind of more basic. Yeah, just basic troops again over here. So at this point, I realised that the Germans are actually going to go around my line and kind of flank me over here. So they've got some rifles, some conscripts. So 2 units of rifles and 2 units of conscripts coming forward. Which I guess most of the forces in World War I were. They were just conscripts. Started off with volunteers, then it kind of became mandatory. But yeah, my flank is completely open to attack. They can just go straight through here. So I think that I'm panically trying to get a unit of machine guns in place, because there's nothing to stop them from kind of coming down and taking out my artillery. And to be honest, these field guns, they're not very good. But I do have a couple of units of howitzers as well. Oh no, just field guns. Yeah, heavy howitzers. So these ones are a little beastly. There we go. Fires off the shot. So we start by bombarding their position. I think it's coming in over there. And I think over here, they're actually taking fire. So they've taken a lot of troops, these unit of conscripts. They're just kind of roaming around. I guess they're trying to probe. But this probably is where my line is strongest. I've got 2 units of Red Guard protecting this flank. But this is a really desolate region, so the Germans must have been really desperate to try a winter assault through Russia. But at this point, I'm still like, oh my god. So, I'm moving a unit of barrier troops. So the barrier troops are firing into the ground. I think they can sense they're going to try and take out the unit of rifle infantry here. Oh no, out of the woods comes a unit of stormtroopers, so I think that's what my barrier troops saw before even I did. So there's artillery firing as well. If they'd have pushed up a bit quicker, then they would have had a decent chance of getting through. But I've got more stormtroopers coming in. So yeah, they're coming in thick through the woods, and I think my artillery decided to change their position and start firing on that position, on theirs. And now we have the barrier troops firing out the forest. The officer firing. Shaky camera. But it looks like we've routed the Germans on that flank. Well, at least one of the units. Round here, they're bringing men round, but I did manage to get a unit of barrier troops in just in time. Taking a couple of screenshots, as per usual. Oh my god, just the shakiness. And then they actually try and charge my position, but it fails. And we're able to shoot their troops in the back, and with that, unit of rifle infantry has been routed. So I think their morale was hampered a smidge. And over here, I think they're trying to bring up a unit of... Oh, that's my machine guns. So I'm bringing those up as well. But they've kind of swarmed in now. And they're kind of attacking... It's kind of hand-to-hand fighting here. And I'm not really sure who's going to win at this point. They're applying a lot of pressure. And I think that, yeah, they do actually rout my troops. But this is where... So my barrier troops have been absolutely shattered. This is where I bring the machine gun in. And then I bring in the assault infantry as well. So... I pretty much threw everything I had to try and keep the Germans at bay. And then we go in and force the Germans to withdraw. So now I'm thinking, great, this flank's pretty secure. But then they're amassing for an attack on this flank now as well. So, yeah, this is where I'm starting. Oh, I have to resort to sending in the militia as well to try and hold them at bay. But they're encouraged by the fact that they have the high ground, which I would be too. Just long lines of German infantry marching forward here. Marching through the woods, invading Russia in the depths of winter. So let's watch from their point of view at the minute. Although, yeah, as you can see, we've kind of routed them all on their flank. Just that one unit of machine gun is going to deal us a wonder of good. Little do they know, we have militia waiting for them, and Red Guard as well. They're going to be a tough nut to crack. The slow march forward of the German lines. Stormtroopers heading up this line here. And then I think... Oh no, the People's Militia are almost opening fire. We have units of the Red Guard holding the line. So they're attacking en masse here, and this is where I'm kind of getting a little bit nervous again, because the attack here is continuing, and I think my machine gun at this point is not really sure what they're doing. They're not really firing into much. So they're just having a field day, really. So the assault infantry holding the line here. But the Germans coming in en masse. And then being routed once more. I really do think, although I didn't think it was going to be too much of a big deal, losing their general very early on really didn't go in their favour. So they bring up a unit of machine guns, and I'm actually having to charge. Yeah, I charge in with the Red Guard, because I see that as my only option. I can't really stand there and let them keep on firing at me, but what transpires here was slightly unexpected. I was thinking, yeah, we're going to win. But no, it doesn't work that way. They seem to forget that they're attacking, and they kind of rout. Yeah, so they actually got routed by the unit of machine guns in hand-to-hand. So over here, the engagement has happened. The Red Guard are trying to hold the line here. And they are... Oh, they're winning decisively, though, so that's good. So if you're wondering why I'm not using the kind of the trenches that come with the units, it's mainly because I tend to get an increased crash rate if I have them in. So I've taken them out, and I also don't kind of use the artillery at all. I let them do their own thing. I don't zoom in when I'm just kind of playing the battle. I don't actually zoom in at all, which I find really helps avoid the crashes. But in the replay, it doesn't really make it crash, which is good. But here we go. I send in my men hand to hand, try and... I can sense victory almost, so I'm really pushing hard now. And if we open up the radar once again, you can see that we're holding. Here is a bit... Ooh. But here we go, Red Guard going in for Russia. And we've forced the Germans back once again, so I think a unit of my troops has been routed. Stormtroopers charging on in, making a big push again here for this flank, but I have a unit of assault infantry ready to defend. Over here we have another unit of assault infantry, trying to keep them at bay, but then I reposition the machine gun to try and take them out. So up here I'm bringing up the Voskolov sharpshooters. And we actually hit our own men with our artillery then. As you can see, the devastation of the crater there. The men fight on for Russia. So here we go. They're pushing forward once again. Up here, I've kind of utterly wiped out their flank. So I'm really kind of going in and support my men on here, because this unit of assault infantry is taking a hammering. So here we go, they go charging in. So I very panically give the order to throw the grenades. And once again, they're actually starting to push around, and I have nothing to stop them. So I'm kind of panically trying to rush in whatever men I have left, because I've taken casualties. It might look like I've won pretty easily, but I've still taken casualties. But I do have a couple of pretty solid units left. Over here we have the People's Militia, just kind of firing on the routing troops. But we're going to start pushing, and we have pretty much routed the German force now. So if I just speed it up a little smidge, we'll see the resolution of the battle. But here we have their general. I think that's the one that was already dead. But I've actually got a unit of Red Guard in Fire. I think these are ones that routed earlier, but now they decided to come back and fight. And they're actually kind of trapping the Germans. But with the artillery fire as well, I do think it is really down to the heavy howitzers, because these field guns are very outdated. These ones, and yeah, they're not much use to anyone. But although we have been hit, the horses have been hit, but the artillery has remained standing. But here we go. They've been absolutely pelted with accurate artillery fire. My men are fatigued, but I'm going to keep pushing them. Push, push, push. Push back. Push them back into Germany. So there we go. So pretty much all the infantry is routed at this point. And I'm thinking... The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while. I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking, wait, hey, we've got this battle all done. And the balance of power hasn't really moved that much. But I realise they've still got units of cavalry. Now, those could kind of sweep up the slopes, and yeah. At least I think that's what they were going to try and do here. But as they charge, I bring up my troops in position. And they have second force. But they haven't really got anywhere to go, so they kind of just need to try and cause some damage wherever possible. If I were them, I would have ridden away. And once the horses couldn't ride anymore, have a horse burger. So at this point I'm like, yeah, let's just send these guys in. They kind of got stuck in melee mode, so I kind of had to charge them in. But look at that. They rout them. So there we go. Now they're down to just a couple of units left. So I pretty much just move forward all of my troops. And yeah, that's the battle. So as you can tell, I managed to win. And pretty good victory it was too in the end. Except that I think they did actually get routed in the end, the assault infantry. But yes, that was the Great War once again.
Victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Yes, indeed. The Great War once again. If you've got any ideas for any future scenarios, let me know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed the video, please do give a like and help reach that target. So, we had under 2,000 men. They had about 4,500. We managed to win the day here. The assault infantry did very well. This elite infantry, wow. Yep. And yeah, our people's militia even did pretty well as well. So machine guns didn't really do that great. The heavy howitzers did pretty well. So yeah, that was the Great War once again on the Eastern Front. And until next time, everyone, I bid you a very, very good day.